So I'm going to need some tools for this job. Let's see. Flathead screwdriver. What else am I missing? Socket wrench. Welcome back to Because Miata. This is primarily a Miata channel, but today we're working on my wife's 2004 Mini Cooper. This guy. And today we're going to be working on the rear wiper nozzle. So the problem I'm going to work on today is the back washer nozzle for that window does not work. From what I understand, this is a somewhat common issue with Mini Coopers. They either the motor goes out or they get clogged up in the back. I think it's clogged up, and that's what we're going to look at. So let me start the car and I'll show you what's going on. So here's the problem. When I turn on the rear wipers and I try to spray washer fluid to clear the windshield, you hear the motor. Listen, see if you can hear this. Nothing's happening though. So the wiper arm moves, but no fluid comes out the nozzle. I can hear the motor trying to pump to it, but nothing's coming out. So I think what that means is that the nozzle is clogged up. Let me go show you what we can do about that. Anytime I troubleshoot a problem like this, I always go for the simplest solution first. So step one is check your fluid levels. On the Mini Cooper, this is actually done in two places. Right here, and also right here. Just fill them up both to the top. One of them does the front windows, the other one does the rear windows. I think the front window also does. Right here is the headlight washer. It pops open and sprays fluid to clear off your headlights. Super fancy. So looking at the back of the windshield here, there are no other nozzles other than what I can tell right here. So just from my inspection there, it doesn't appear to be clogged there, but I think what's going on is behind this cover, it's clogged up. So take this off, it just pulls off. You just take your hand and it pops off and out of the way here. If you look in there, that's where it goes in there, and right there, look how rusted this bolt is, and look at the center of that bolt. That should be hollow where the fluid comes out, and it is completely blocked up with rust and gunk. So I'm going to basically drill it out. Basically, I got the smallest drill bit that I had in my collection, and I'm going to just drill this out. Did you guys see that? As soon as I started drilling, water just gushed out of there, so it was just clogged up in there. That's all it took, so let's go test it out and see if it works now. All right, let's give it a try. Look here, the nozzle itself actually pries off. So you can take this off, just get like a flathead screwdriver, pry it off, and you can get like a safety pin or something just to stick it in the hole to kind of clean out the gunk in there as well. So there's a lot of fluid just leaking out the bottom of this and not actually shooting through the nozzle. You can take this, just pops off, and I'm just inspecting this here. And I'm not entirely sure if that looks right. I think this piece right there is broken, where the nozzle goes in. So what I may end up doing, because I've already cleaned it out, I've shoved some pins in there and cleaned it out where I could see it, and it's, you know, it's all clean. But because it's leaking fluid, it looks like that piece is broken right there where the plastic hole is. So I think I may need to order a new one of these, and that will solve the problem.
1 week later.
Alright, so it's been about a week since I last worked on the car, and I had to order a new part. So I'm going to go ahead and replace this now, and I think that's going to fix the problem completely. Alright, so this back cover here is the problem, and this just pops off like that. Come out here in the daylight. Show you. So that hole right there, you see the plastic is broken off. That's why it is leaking out the bottom whenever I spray the fluid. So enough of that. Got a brand new part here. Let's take a look at it. And this is the new unit. Look in there, you see it's a solid piece here. So that just confirms that the other piece was broken, and that is why it was leaking. So this should just pop right on, and that should solve the problem. Let's check it out. Okay, this just pops right on. If you see, there's a bolt here. At first, I thought I was gonna need my socket wrench to take this whole assembly off and maybe dig deep in there to see what the problem was, but really all I had to do was drill out the hole. That's all it was. I guess I'm not gonna need this guy after all. So this just pops back on. All right, let's see if that fixed it. So it looks like that was it. You know, last time I was at the dealer, I asked them about this, and they were wanting to charge me $400 to take apart that rear hatch. Thought that was pretty ridiculous, but they were going to have to replace the motor mechanism back there. The dealers really just swap out parts, so that part that I drilled out, they wouldn't have cleaned it and tried to drill it out. They would have just swapped it with a new unit. So that's why it's expensive to take it to the dealer. You could do this yourself. It's a completely easy job, and more than likely you're not going to have the broken cap on the end like mine was. But you know, that was a cheap $7 part. Shout out to ECS Tuning. Those guys are great if you have a German-made vehicle. Thanks for watching, guys. I've only got maybe a couple more videos for the Mini Cooper that I need to put out, but I've got a lot more content for the Miata. I literally have a box of parts that need to be installed, and I just need to make time to film these installations and put them out there for you guys. So don't give up on the Miata stuff. It's got a lot of content coming. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe so you'll be notified when these new videos come out. And if you like this kind of video, let me know by hitting that like button. And if you don't like the video, still hit the like button. Bye.